Ooh. How are
Wow.
you?
Wow. I am blessed.
Mm.
I am alive and living. I am playing my role in this unfolding of everything that's going on in the world. I'm realizing how important it is in these times, especially to know your purpose and to live in it effortlessly with courage.
Mm. I hear that. I'm here for that. That resonates a whole lot. Like there's a release that has taken place, and it's like I feel it in my body to just like release of tension, especially like just in areas where I know like I'm prone to hold stress. Like as odd as it seems, it's like there's a release and a groundedness and an understanding that like we're gonna be good.
And for me, that is something to celebrate. That is enough to celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
Just that light that exists at the end of this tunnel is enough to celebrate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's enough to say, I'm going to sit in my joy today. Even though outside sometimes looks very dark.
And we have to question the powers and the structures that create circumstances that are otherwise, and why is there a hoarding of wealth, and we can connect that back to also how we're hoarding things spiritually and how we cling to the to different things, whether it's a physical thing or whether it's
An idea.
an idea, uh, maybe someone's grandfather told them, you know, we're superior, and then it just created a precedent. It just created it set that tone for their generational hoarding of that idea and that mentality. So now it's time for us to release, and it's like it's like uncomfortable and so invigorating at the same time.
I want you to describe what that specifically feels like for you day to day since the beginning of this unfolding. Invigorating. What has this now inspired for you?
It's inspired a lot of reading and going back to the stories and the knowledge that was left for us, because we've been through these cycles. So now it's just like it's our time within a cycle, and then like are we gonna break the ceiling and transcend? Are we gonna stay in the building? If we're staying in the building, like are we doing renovations? If we're doing renovations, like
what does that look like?
right, and who is doing the renovation? are we coming up with this collectively? Like, what's happening? This period, like, first starting with, like, the past few weeks of being on quarantine and seeing and feeling the collective energy of everyone being on edge. That was one big collective energy.
And that was one phase. One piece of the entire cycle.
And then we move from that to now we realize that even within a pandemic, injustices and inequities will still show their face. They'll show their face even harder, and they'll really come out the part, dressed up nice and clean. You know?
Like, oh my gosh. What are you sipping on? What is in your mug, your beautiful mug? The people need to know what you are sipping on tonight.
Yes, I'm drinking some chai with oat milk and cinnamon, and I feel really good. What are you drinking?
I have cinnamon too. Definitely both on it. So I have ginger, mango leaves, cinnamon, mullein. I have some mullein in there too. Just because there is an attack on our lungs right now and our respiratory system, I'm making sure that I'm, working with these herbs that combat those particular ailments. Like mullein is great to do that, so I definitely have some mullein in there too. Lots of great stuff in here. Just
that sounds
fueling. Have you felt inspired to do things outside of what you normally do? Like, have you felt inspired to create in different ways, or have you felt guided to create in different ways?
Yeah. I've been singing more and recording more.
Me too. We have to make a song together now.
Yo, we have to.
Okay, there's somebody in this chat. I already know there's somebody in this chat who makes music, specifically who makes beats. So whoever you are, reveal yourself. Send us something. We are ready. Okay?
Yes.
Baby Mogul, Nati Chef on the track. We have things to say. Send over the beats. Email is in the bios.
Yes.
Collaboration. It's that time.
Yes. Ooh, how about you? What have you been inspired to create in this time?
I'm always writing. Through everything, I'm always writing, but I'm finding that a lot of the things that I write now are songs. So that's why it's inspiring me to sing more, because I'm looking at certain things that I have written and I'm realizing that, okay, this is a song that yeah. So
that.
It's a beautiful thing to be able to allow yourself to be guided to do what feels best in certain moments, and that just feels good for you, feels therapeutic, it feels like it brings you joy, it feels like you can experience pure love in those moments. It's such a blessing to be able to recognize that guidance and follow it. Because imagine now the amount of people who will now be given the opportunity to receive something from the music that we create. Because we are allowing ourselves to be guided, and we are allowing ourselves to be used as vessels to be of service for something that is beyond either of us in particular. We're being selfless in these moments.
Yeah. That's our collective work right there.